CEO Ronald Hickler from Creating the Difference. I wanted to talk a little bit about the 78 hardness urethane balls that are now new and both currently in the market. One of the things that we like to do is kind of like do a little test to kind of see if those bowling balls have a plasticizer in them, because from our standpoint, if a ball has plasticizer in it, then it's not really what we'd consider to be a true urethane. It's actually a lower absorbing reactive ball. Because that is the main difference between the true urethane balls and the reactive balls is plasticizer. So one of the ways we can kind of check for that is by just simply getting the bowling balls at the exact same surface and then trying to polish them. True urethane balls just don't polish. And anybody that remembers the balls in the 80s will know that it was basically impossible to polish some of the urethane balls back then. People used Luster King machines, which is just a wax. But it was very difficult, not impossible, I shouldn't say, but it was very difficult to be able to polish true urethane balls. So I've got two bowling balls here. I'm going to scan the surface to make sure that they are, in fact, at the exact same surface. So we're going to show that. This ball happens to be right at 1,000 grit. You can see right there that it says 1,000. And then this one also, we're going to scan it too. This one is also at 1,000 grit. So both these bowling balls are right at 1,000 grit. They're the exact same surface. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take both these bowling balls. We're going to apply some polish, the True Cut Hand Applied Polish Plus powered by Turtle Wax. We're going to apply that to both balls and then take a look and see how well they shine. Stay tuned. So what we're going to do is we're only going to do one side of the ball. There's no point in doing the whole ball. We'll be able to detect the test. We are going to have to keep a camera that's going to allow us to tell the time. We're going to make sure we get the exact same amount of time with both these balls. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some polish to a polishing pad, and we're going to apply it to the ball. Going to go on an up and down motion, and we're going to be able to see exactly how different the polish actually does in terms of shining the bowling ball. So we're going to use about the same amount of polish on both balls. So we're going to use about the same amount, and we will start now. So that's right at 10 seconds. Okay. Ball number one. Same amount of polish. Right at 10 seconds. All right. So now we'll take these balls and look at them both. So, I mean, you can visually tell there's a difference, right? It's not even a question. These balls obviously aren't the same in terms of the gloss. We can go ahead and verify that with the surface scanner here. So this ball is 4,000 grit, or 4,000 grit right now. Okay. And then this ball is actually stable, so it's 4,700 grit. And really what that means is that this means two things. One, these balls are not the same cover stock, right? Even though they're both called 78, even though they're both called urethane, they are not the same cover stock. Now that's not necessarily out of the realm of possibility, because this one's made by one manufacturer, this is made by a different manufacturer. But what we're going to tell you, what I'm going to tell you is that this ball, because of the way at which it shines, and the polish that you can see there is a really reflective indicator that this ball's got plasticizer in it. And that's one of the reasons why this bowling ball shined up a lot higher than the bowling ball that we've got right here. So now you got a little bit more information. You're probably not going to see stuff like this all over the place. But it is something that anybody can test, anybody can try themselves and see for themselves. It has both those bowling balls. But true urethane bowling balls they just don't polish. They don't shine as well as bowling balls that are urethane-ish or urethane-like but are plasticized. Now, it doesn't have anything to do with the oil absorption. These balls urethane balls don't absorb oil, and maybe both these balls don't absorb oil. We haven't checked that per se, but we can definitely tell if there's plasticizer in bowling balls or not, because bowling balls that are plasticized will simply polish up much faster. What does that mean from a performance side of things? Well, from a performance side of things, what that means is that whatever surface you have on each of these bowling balls, it's going to change the rate at which it goes to that stable grit. So if both these balls were initially at 1000 grit and you threw them equally, this bowling ball would get to that 4700 stable grit faster than this ball would. From a performance side of things, especially being a urethane bowling ball, that means you're going to get a little bit more usability out of this bowling ball. It's going to be a little bit earlier, a little bit longer than this bowling ball. This ball's going to be a little bit longer and a little bit smoother just because it's going to shine up faster. So now you got some more information. Man, if you like content like this, drop a like on the button, or hit the like button, or even give us a comment. We've got lots of data, lots of information that we like to show, that we'd like to share with people. We also have a staff group that we give a lot of inside information that we do and show some of our testing processes as well. So if you're not a part of our group, go to ctdbowling.com, click the three little lines, hit the regional staff. It's free to join. You get in our group, get more information like this. Hopefully this video has been able to help you, give you a little more insight about 78 hardest bowling balls. I am CEO Ronald Hickman from Creating the Difference. Talk to you guys soon.